Greetings to everybody watching the show. We are back again with another episode of Cabin Chronicles, where we chat in the cabin of Bajaj leaders to take a sneak peek into their lives. I'm your host Mainak Banerjee, and today we have Mr. Mainak Banerjee with us today. He is the head of agency business in the Western region and has been with Bajaj for almost 2 decades. Welcome to the show. It's such a pleasure having you here.
Thank you, Devalina, for having me here.
Yes. So let's start from the very beginning. Can you tell us a bit more about your educational background and what made you join Bajaj?
I have been brought up in Calcutta. I did my schooling from Calcutta, from a school called St. James. And then I did my BCom from Goenka, which is one of the most renowned colleges in commerce. After that, I wanted, kind of the easier way between a chartered accountant and an MBA. And somebody told me that in MBA you have to study less. So, I kind of hooked on to that. And then I did my MBA from Nirma Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. So while I was doing my MBA, Bajaj Allianz was one of the companies which came into campus to recruit management trainees. So I was lucky enough. It was the first company I took an interview with, and thankfully I got selected. So that time I remember from Nirma, 4 people got selected in Bajaj Allianz. So we had to come, overnight bus and ride, and we came to Bombay for an interview. And that's how, the journey started in insurance. Obviously, when I was doing my MBA, I had no preconceived notion that I want to join BFSI or insurance. Typically when you're doing an MBA in marketing and finance, you feel that whatever good companies who come to the campus, you try to, sit for the interview and get through. And I think that is how, the first company that you get through campus determines which industry you're going to be.
True.
And for me, incidentally, it has been insurance. It's been good so far.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm here.
So you joined Bajaj Allianz as a management trainee, and then you joined the bank assurance team and web sales team. So can you tell us more about those days?
So web sales happened a lot later. So initially when I joined Bajaj Allianz, we used to have a very robust management trainee program. So we had a 6 months training schedule, whereby every month you have to spend with one department. So one department with finance, one department with corporate marketing, one department with operations, one month with claims. So that's how the journey began. And when we were like 4 months into the role, the training, HDFC Bank as a tie-up happened with Bajaj Allianz. And it was the largest bank that time. And our CEO then wanted to place 3 management trainees heading 3 different verticals. So it was a move which most people thought would never work because, we were fresh, completely new to insurance, completely new to work. But then we were made to meet the, big people of HDFC Bank and do business with them. So those 2.5 years stint that I was managing one of the verticals of HDFC Bank kind of, turned things around for me, if you ask me. So it was a huge learning experience because I was managing auto vertical, which was the largest vertical then, and interacting with internal stakeholders, interacting with the bank, interacting with different channels of the bank was very, very interesting. So it was tough, it was difficult, but as you say that, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. And that is how we got the best learning, I would say. So first 2.5 years, I was into HDFC Bank as a bank assurance channel. And then for the next 2-3 years, I was managing other banks nationally, like then Lakshmi Bank, Yes Bank, Geojit, Deutsche Bank, so on and so forth. So the first 4-5 years or 6 years of my career, I was more into bank assurance. And later, obviously, a lot of other distribution channel as I moved forward.
So from bank assurance to web sales, and then again now you're heading the agency vertical. So what made you shift from one vertical to the other vertical?
Yeah, so that's an interesting question because I see a lot of people stuck in one vertical for a very long time. And personally for me, I've always shifted after 4-5 years or 3-4 years. So like I said, I was in bank assurance in the first 6 years of my career in Bajaj. Then I became an office head in 2013, and I was given one of the biggest offices of Bombay, which was South Bombay Fort. So there I managed the office for about 4.5 years. And office head in those days in Bagic used to be, where you have to manage all the distribution channel as well as operations, as well as claims, as well as finance. So it's like a branch manager of a insurance company. So we had teams of agency, banca, motor dealer, direct marketing, and our operations team was also reporting to me. The claims team was also reporting to me. So it was a great experience. And within that 4.5 years, I remember first year, we did not do our targets. And I was 9 months into it. And then we were all very sad. We just missed the target by a whisker. On 1st of April, I remember we had a training room in Fort. So I called all the team members. I said that, look, it's sad that we missed our target. But next year onwards, we will ensure that this situation never happens to us. We will, be the best in what we do, and we will ensure that we do our targets, and we should be home much before the last day, which is the 31st March. And thankfully, we had close to 60, 70 people in the team. We did very well over the next 3 years. And 3 years in a row, Fort became the best office. So in those days, we used to have Best Office Award. And we became the best office first time possibly in Bagic history, where any office became best office 3 years in a row. And Fort was that. So it was a great run. And I remember Tapan sir coming to our our city and entire team. We had a good dinner with him because we became best office. So that was an office head. When things were going very well, I was part of the young board. I was part of LRS that year. And then we thought about making home as an LRS project. So when everything was going good in Fort, I decided to jump into something which was completely new. So we had to build a team. We created some new products also. But somehow that 1 year we worked very hard as a team. But home was not yet developed. People knew home as a risk, but people were still not willing to buy. So then we shut down the vertical. But then 2018, the verticalization happened in Bagic. So Geo moved to Bagic, to vertical. So then I was given the national head of HDFC Bank vertical. So again, from office head to product to again banca. So again, banca, we started from scratch. We had a great team. By the time I left, after 4 years, we had close to 400 people. We did 350 crores of business. We were immensely successful. And then the opportunity came for me to head web sales. I had zero understanding of digital. I had zero understanding of web sales. But I thought, let me give it a try. When you want to try new things, when you have faith on yourself, faith in yourself. So then I took up web sales. So then it was a great 2.5 years journey. I was managing the digital partners, the Policy Bazaar, PhonePe, Flipkart, Paytm, as well as the direct D2C, online call center and performance marketing. So that was a great journey, 2.5 years. And then I got opportunity to come back to agency. So when the call came from Tapan sir that, we are giving you this role, and it's a big role. So in my current role, I'm managing, 2,000 crores of business.
Wow.
So, again, so it felt good. I was happy that I was going back to Bombay with my family because last 3 years I was in Pune and I was doing shuttling between Bombay, Pune every weekend. But yes, so what I feel is that, you should continue to try something new as you move ahead, because that is how you get a holistic, kind of a picture about something. So this is something that, our seniors have told us, and I think I have practiced it, and I think I'm happy that I've done so many things. It gives me that extra, possibly confidence, conviction, and hopefully it will help me to take on bigger roles as we move forward.
Yes. So in your 19 years in the company, have you ever thought of moving away from sales, or have you always thought that, sales is made for you?
No, I was always happy doing sales. I thought I am good at it, Sales is actually an easy job, if you ask me. I'll give you an example. So, which I give to some of my youngsters now. So if you're selling soap and meet 10 customers, possibly you'll end up selling 3 soaps. That's how the ratio is normally. But if you work hard and meet 20 customers, then you'll possibly sell 6, 7, 8 soaps. And if you work harder and meet 30 customers, by then you are also pro in knowing how to sell better. You'll end up selling 10, 12, 15 soaps. So the idea is that if you work hard, if you build your distribution, build the number of agents, build the number of banks, build the number of opportunities within whatever distribution you're managing, you will do well. So I think sales is something I love doing, which doesn't mean that I will never want to do a non-sales role, because I always thought that reinsurance is something very interesting. And possibly if I get an opportunity sometime in my career, I would want to do that as well. But yes, so it's been a good journey so far.
Yeah. What do you think makes a good sales head? Like what one ideal quality that the person should have in order to be a good sales head?
So if you ask me to be a good sales head, you need to have a clarity of thought in terms of vision and in terms of the future that you want to see. You need to be a good team player and a team manager, because your team will look up to you, and you need to give them the fairness, the opportunity, the direction, and also the motivation, how they should do or perform. So that is also very critical. And thirdly, I think you have to be fair in your dealings. So if you're fair, if you're disciplined, if you're committed, numbers happen. Because whatever team you have, I think most people want to do well in life. It's just that you have to give them a little bit of direction. It's just that you have to give them a little bit of nudge, push, and support, and a lot of motivation. So as a sales head, I think motivation is very important. I love to meet my team wherever I go. I love to interact with them wherever I am. And I feel, and I think I'm blessed to have a great team wherever I have worked. So as a sales head, a team is, very, very important, and you have to be there for your team.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So now let's move on to the lighter segment of our show. So obviously your role as a sales head requires a lot of attention, a lot of hard work. So at the end of a very hard day, what do you do in order to kind of unwind?
After a hard day, I want to go back to my daughters. I have 2 daughters. One is 14 and one is 10. Okay. The one who's in 14 is, has become a teen. And when she's a teen, obviously she has a life of her own. True. But my younger daughter still, gives me that extra attention, so which I feel very happy about. So when I go back, I possibly, want to play a little with them, talk to them. And then, listen to some music, listen to watch some TV, and possibly have a couple of drinks over the weekend. So, those are the things that I do normally to unwind.
Yeah. So we heard that you are a sports enthusiast. So what are some of the sports that you enjoyed as a kid and even enjoy now?
So I loved sports. Okay, when I was a kid, I used to tell my parents that if you don't let me play, I'll not study. But the good thing was, when I was studying with full concentration. So I used to study less. So thankfully, my parents never objected. I lived in Calcutta in a place called Dom Park, where we had 5 ponds, 4 fields, a lot of friends, growing up, cricket, football, badminton, swimming in the pond. So I've always done that. When I went to college, I was the captain of my school, my college. During MBA, I was the captain of my football team as well as the cricket team. So I continued playing. But then after I started working, I think football has taken a backseat, because there are not too many places where you can play. Cricket I still play, and mostly the underarm cricket over the Sundays that we get to play over on the turfs. And one thing that I've started playing quite regularly is badminton now.
Oh.
So over the weekends, we have a lovely court in where I stay in Thane. So I love to go and play badminton with them. So we have tournaments also once in a while.
Wow.
So I love catching up with sports whenever I get a chance. Yeah. And I also love playing badminton with my daughters. So that gives me that extra fun,
element.
But yes, sports is something that I will possibly continue. And I liked it when somebody said that, you don't leave sports when you grow old. I think you grow old when you leave sports.
Oh,
So I just want
that's
to
nice.
pray to God that, He lets me play sports for as long as I can, because that's something I really love doing.
That's such a nice quote, I must say.
Yeah.
So, since you are a Calcuttan, I would say, so Mohun Bagan or East Bengal?
Mohan Bagan. Not beyond that.
Yeah.
There are enough and more controversies around Mohan Bagan, East Bengal.
Yeah.
But
Even
yes.
now, the derbies are crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. So,
So it's
I
fun.
see.
Growing up in Calcutta was fun. A lot of enthusiastic moments, a lot of emotions. Even in your locality in Para, as we call it, we used to play carom, and that too on bet. Whoever wins will get egg, anda bhurji types, those kind of small bets. But yes, Calcutta is a place of emotions.
Yes.
So,
So, do
yeah,
you miss
Mohan Bagan.
Kolkata? Do you miss, because it's been like almost 2 decades since you're outside Kolkata, I would say.
I really miss. Fortunately or unfortunately, I got married to a Maharashtrian.
Oh,
So I'm, kind of half Maharashtrian now.
I
My
see.
daughters speak more Marathi than Bengali.
Oh, okay.
But yes, Kolkata still remains as first love.
Yes.
I really love going there. It's more the people, the vibe, and the sentiments, the emotions, and I think there is something in the air which has that that connect, that people connect, that is there. So that is very special. But having said that, I think Bombay is also very, very close. Where I stay, we have good society, we have good friends. We meet over the weekends, we play over the weekends. So yes, I have kind of made Bombay my second home, and now it's become first. But Calcutta will still remain very special in my heart.
Have you taken your daughters to Calcutta during Durga Puja?
Of course, I have,
Okay.
but that is quite long back now, and I want to take them again.
Yes.
But the problem with Bombay schools is that, during Durga Puja, the schools are on.
Yes.
And my elder daughter is in class 9, younger one is in class 5. So it becomes a little difficult.
Yeah.
But what we do is we do a lot of puja pandal hopping in Bombay itself.
Oh.
So Bombay also has a lot of Durga Pujas. So we go there, we eat out, we don't cook those 5 days at home. And then there are functions happening. My mother is participating in one of those Durga Puja Vangiya Parisad, and she sings.
Oh, wow.
So overall, we ensure that we enjoy Durga Puja even in Bombay.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
That's great. So now that we have come to the end of our interview, I would ask you to give a few words of advice to the new batch of MTs that has joined, since you were an MT one day.
Yeah, so I consider myself a senior MT even now. When I have people who join my team as MTs, I tell them that, okay, now I'm no more your boss, I'm your senior MT, you can ask me anything. So I have a special soft corner for them. But yes, I think as MTs, it's important that you don't come with a thought that tomorrow I'm going to become a CEO. It doesn't happen that way. So you have to go through the grind. You have to learn to dirty your hands. You should love doing what you do. So never be afraid of trying new things. So I jokingly tell the fellow MT trainees is that, the first thing that I was given as a MT when I joined Bombay office was that write Diwali greeting cards for one of my heads. And I was thinking, oh my God, I was supposed to become the CEO and now I'm writing Diwali greeting cards. So that's how life is, it moves on. But no work is small or big, you have to learn to do everything. So that is one thing. Secondly, I think building relationships are very important. So whether it is your internal stakeholders like claims, operations, underwriting, your colleagues, because you get to learn a lot from them. And that helps as you move forward. So one, internal stakeholder relationship, and also relationship with your outside partners, which could be distributors, which could be vendors, so on and so forth. So relationship is something very important. You should keep learning new things. You should have an open mind. And third, I think, is that you have to keep working very hard. Intellect will take you only 30%. 70% is hard work, commitment, and dedication. So when you join, mostly people will have a similar kind of intellect. But if you have to move forward, it's your hard work, it's your dedication, And what I tell my team is that I just need 200% of your effort, and then I'm the coolest boss that you can have. So that's my, message to my fellow team members, MTs, and whoever joins BAGIC as youngsters.
Yeah. So let's come to our final question then. What do you think makes the BAGIC culture unique?
So I've been in BAGIC for almost 2 decades now, 19 years. And I've never thought of leaving BAGIC. It's not that I have not got opportunities outside. But somehow I think the feeling of a family that you get in BAGIC is something that you possibly don't get elsewhere, because I meet my other friends, other colleagues who are working with other companies. So the sense of belongingness, the feeling of being together, the feeling of being there to help each other, you can go and approach anybody for anything and they will try to help you out. And the fact that even if you make a mistake, there is somebody who will back you up as long as it's not intentional. Those are typically the things which happen in a family. You have quarrel with your dad, you have fights with your mom, but you know that they always think good about you. You know that they will forgive you. You know that you can always approach them. Similar, is what BAGIC is for me. So I believe that the culture here is very unique. We feel that we really feel for each other, and we want all of us to do well. And we believe that, if we are together, if we keep trying hard, BAGIC will always remain the best insurance company that anybody can work for.
Yeah.
So that's my thought.
Thank you so much. And thank you for the adda. And thank you for watching. Stay tuned for another episode of Cabin Chronicles, where careers and curiosity collide. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.